guess who's back? I put a hamster in a sock and slammed it against the furniture.
Welcome to Pwn 17. We're talking about the Jedi, but not any Jedi, the last one of them.
Or the last ones, because it is plural.
Guys, we're missing someone. Watch this magic. Everyone freeze when I snap. Hey.
My arm's supporting.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
But I'm Lucan, Alto, Stargiotti. I watched a movie.
Let's talk about that. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pwn number 17. Today we're going to be talking about the latest Star Wars film. No, wait, yeah, come, what are you doing? Unless one of you wants to do the hi. Welcome. Wes has never done it.
Yep.
Ari does it, but Wes has never done it.
Hey, sup, bro?
Oh, wait, he has done. Get your taquitos, get the margaritas, get the tequila deals. Welcome to Pwn number 17. Here we are at the end of the year. It's been a long year. Some things have happened.
Did you just realize that you said it's been a long year? But every year is 365 days.
It's a whole counter and it jumps.
What's wrong? These guys don't understand comedy.
This is the first movie that we've all seen.
Probably.
Like that. It feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Does everyone want to talk about a movie?
Well, we're talking about the Star Wars.
Which one?
The new one, A New Hope.
It feels like it's always the same war.
Yeah, man.
Why is it
Star War, perhaps?
Exactly. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, we're talking about The Last Jedi. I guess on Pwn, December equals Star Wars month. Because every December since
But
last
did you know
December...
next year Star Wars is coming out in May?
Speaking of editing, let's continue.
The movie. It had some fine editing,
So,
didn't it? It wasn't edited.
It
movie.
was edited. It was not raw footage. That was impressive that they managed to do
What if they
that.
released it? It's just people swinging sticks around like...
Before we begin, first off, let's get everyone's opinion, because we're going to talk about spoilers, obviously, because a lot of this film is...
Spoiler alert.
But not yet, not yet.
Why did they spoil
What?
the ice planet, but they didn't
I
spoil
know.
the casino planet?
And what do you mean? It's in the trailer.
The casino planet is in the
Yeah.
trailers?
Yeah, that's the only
I did
thing
not
I knew
know
about
that.
the movie before seeing it.
What? The only
Because
thing I knew
Reddit-
was
Reddit was like, a casino planet?
The only thing I knew was the ice planet with the red sand.
That's not ice.
It's not.
It's or sand. It's salt.
It's salt!
Now we
Was
got
it Weekly
spoilers.
Planet that made the
Wait,
the
now we
joke
just said
about
spoilers.
What if it was just like a planet made of cyanide? He's just like, oh, cyanide.
We need to make that skip before someone else does.
We'll do it after. No, okay. We'll
Which
start
one?
with highest opinion and go to least. So we're starting with you.
highest to least.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. A lot of people hate it because they think isn't there like a boycott going on?
Some guy has created fake Facebook accounts to lower the rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't think it's that bad. I love the whole thing where it's not the same plot as all the other ones. It actually felt different, and the acting was really shoddy at some points, and a lot of the plot was not great. But the cinematography and a lot of the shots were like great, and overall it's a very enjoyable movie.
Steven did see the movie with us, but he can't be here. Steven enjoyed the movie quite a bit, actually, maybe even more than Ari did. I enjoyed parts, and there were some parts that I thought were really, really dumb. I think the pros outweigh the cons, but just barely, because there's a lot of plot holes, and there were a lot of character things that I thought were kind of dumb.
Hello. Well, I've seen every Star Wars ever, and I don't think highly of them. But out of every Star Wars, I think this is the best Star Wars.
What?
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Why were
Really?
you cussing at it the whole time then?
Throughout the whole movie, he kept saying, "This is stupid."
I don't like much of every side plot except for Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, and Rey. Those three characters and a few other scenes are probably the best I've seen in any movie of Star Wars ever.
Best scenes you've seen. Alright, then to conclude, Wesley Davies.
I don't like Star Wars. I don't like this movie.
Alright.
In relation to other Star Wars movies.
It's like in the middle. That's it.
But just to clarify, Wesley,
You love the prequels.
2 out of 3.
that's not what I was gonna say, but just to clarify, would you like to give us a little rundown of the plot, perhaps? Spoilers from here on out.
We already spoiled it with the salt.
Okay, I cut that out, obviously.
So, spoilers from here on out.
Spoilers from here on out. Wesley, go ahead and tell us what the plot is.
What are you doing?
Basically, all you need to know, there's a ship right here, moving at like 2 miles per hour, and there's a ship behind it moving at like the exact same speed, so they can't catch up with each other. So then, Devil Ray goes over to Mountain Planet, and she like, "Luke, I need your help," and he's like, "Nah, man, go talk to those nuns over there."
But then she destroys one of their carts.
It almost brutally murders a frog nun.
Why were those even there? Why did they think that they needed nun frogs?
Because
Why did
they need puffins?
Because they could sell toys.
Do you not want to buy a frog nun toy?
Yeah, I want to buy
Well,
a
not now that you mention it.
Continue.
Okay, so then what is
Casino
it?
Planet.
No. The
gotta
best
talk
thing.
about Rose.
The best thing. Okay.
We're not talking about that yet. We're saving that for later. We can't talk about that yet, Wesley.
Can you not animate it? It would look better than the CGI in the movie. So then, Poe the panda wants to, defect, and something happens, and Purple Hair Girl says, no. Rose has a thing for Black, but Black can't defect, and so
No, he's the one that is defecting. Did
yeah,
you watch the
he
movie?
He tries to defect, but Asian keeps him from defecting. They form a little tag team duo and go to a casino planet. Ooh.
I like how the horses, like, they end up being a half mile away from the entire city, and they have like giant spaceships following them, and like, we freed you.
No.
You're wild now.
I like.
It's like, they're gonna catch you in like 3 seconds.
I like when she says, "Oh, when all of them are over there,"
And she's like, "Oh, we're trapped now." And
we're stuck. And then
and
one
there's
of
a
them
horse
goes
right there,
away.
and she takes off the saddle. She's like,
Now the mission's complete. And it walks 15 feet west.
and
It's over.
What about the saddles on all the other horses, huh?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on there? Okay, so anyway, they go to Casino Planet, and they have to find the person with the red rose. They find some random dude in the cell who's not the Master Codebreaker, but they're like, nah, man, this guy's Guillermo del Toro. We gonna get him over here. Meanwhile, Ray and Kylo have a little bit of a moment.
But Luke doesn't approve.
Luke
is not impressed.
Luke's the angry
What happens
dad.
is,
won't let Juliet
your
be
boy
him.
Kylo flashes his pecs at Rey, and she gets so seduced that she immediately leaves the island and flies straight to where Kylo is.
Yes, because she needs to see those nasty pecs, and she tells Kylo, please, where is the source of all your peck? And he says, oh, baby, wait till you meet Snoke.
Yeah.
And so Snoke shows up, and he's like,
Well, they show up at Snoke.
and they show up at Snoke, and he's just wearing his bathrobe over there. He's like,
Okay, so we all know how the Red Power Ranger is the coolest one. Imagine like 20 of them with like laser whips.
they have a little bit of a bloody battle, and
They get a surprise because feminist girl just suicides herself right into the face of Snoke's ship, and no one important dies.
She doesn't hit him exactly in the middle. She hits him like on the far right.
Lucan! She hits him in the far right. It's a political statement.
Rey and Kylo Ren, you know, just classic buddy cop movie. They team up and fight all the Red Power Rangers, but then the Red Power Rangers form Megatron, and then Voltron shows up, and then Godzilla and Mega Godzilla come out of nowhere, and then Mega Hitler comes up and he says, "I'm gonna Wolfenstein all over you," and then he goes, "But my grandpappy liked Wolfenstein, ooh," and then the post-credit scene, X-Men, The First Stand.
Finn was
going to kill the Blazer, but then Asia was like, nah, Black, let me save you by killing myself and the rest of the rebels.
And almost killing you.
an almost half person cared doing that entire sequence. Almost.
Lucan? Huh? How dare you call him half a person?
No, it was his lower half.
Oh.
He's got a thing for Asians. Wes, are you gonna talk about Luke and his very very applicable demonstrated powers of the Force, which were demonstrated in the other movies? And
no, he's gonna. But you know what he is gonna talk about? He's gonna talk about.
Chewbacca?
I hate trees.
Yoda. Yoda's a fucking Muppet. Oh my.
So
They should have just put Big Bird in here.
Okay. Let's get into it specifically.
Humor, or
So
as I
let
like
me-
to say,
let me-
humor.
So
Okay.
in the first 5 minutes of this film, a Star Wars film, there is a prank phone call and a your mom joke. So right off the bat, I'm kind of worried about what direction
but
this
Nick,
is going.
do you fail to remember that that's exactly how The Force Awakens started? Poe is like, I can't hear you through that mask, to Kylo Ren. And it's a joke. He's like, sorry, can you
Yeah,
say
but
that
that,
again? Like,
that makes sense as a joke.
It's better than this one.
I may be better, but I'm just saying that like I don't have a problem with the humor in this one. I actually
You don't.
I thought this had less humor than The Force Awakens, which I liked.
Really?
There was less humor, but I didn't like the humor. I didn't
like
really
the humor
it
either.
But in The Force Awakens, I didn't like the humor, but I didn't mind it either. I was like, whatever. Like when he's all like, that's not how the Force works.
We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works.
I laughed, right?
No, that was
and I only laughed once in this, and it's when Rey, he's like, tell me what the Force is. She's like, you can lift some rocks, I guess. I was like, hey, that's pretty good. All the other jokes, I'm like, why is this?
What about
happening?
no? I think you definitely
definitely
laughed
laughed
when he was tickling her with the Force.
No, it's a really funny, like the funniest joke ever in a Star Wars movie. When Princess Leia
We're getting to that. I guess the main reason I bring up the comedy is that this film, one of its biggest problems is its tone, right? Where it seemed to want to be not darker per se, but not as lighthearted as The Force Awakens. But at
So
the same
darker.
time, I think Disney wanted. Well, when you say dark, it makes it sound like edgy, right? But it's not an edgy.
Oh,
film.
Spider-Man 3. Ugh.
It's not Spider-Man 3, it's Spider-Man 2,
Oh.
Where it's
So
not
you're
as
saying it's good.
lighthearted. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like it tried something that is admirable, but I don't think it worked. Right?
Admirable, but mistaken. Normal
I
sounding.
couldn't care less about the
sounding-
Asian girl.
The characters
No,
in this film.
I wish she died.
She did.
She did.
No, she didn't.
She did.
At the end, they.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
He's
was
saying-
in The Force Awakens.
No,
No,
the
she
way
acted-
Finn
died.
died.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rey, I think in this film is a much better character than in the first one. In the first one, she was kind of just there. Now, I enjoyed her character a lot more. I enjoyed her performance.
I
I
think,
think she was one of the few really good performances in this film.
I feel like every other character but Kylo Ren, Luke, and Rey are just hollow.
oh, I was about
That's
to
pretty
say
good.
exactly
That's pretty
that.
true.
I was about to say it really like
And
dynamic and like it was.
Yoda was so dynamic.
Oh my, that I thought Leia was pretty bad. I mean, Rip,
Yeah.
but like.
I thought Poe was.
I
hated
feel
the
kind of
entire
bad
time.
for her in a way, because like,
Because she's dead.
well, I like Laura Dern as an actress. I hated her character in
Wait, have you
this.
played Overwatch? You know May?
Yeah.
That's the Asian girl.
Oh.
I think Rose is kind of boring. I didn't not like her, but I didn't I was kind of like, I don't really care.
Probably don't remember her, but her sister that died in the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought there was a reference to that, the two Asian guys in Rogue One. Because
he's suggesting that the Asian guys in Rogue
The
One are the
blind
parents
Asian- the
of
blind
Rose.
It's because all Asian people know each other.
no, because like she's
They're all
just-
related.
That's how it works.
She didn't like so much effort on this medallion. It's like, oh, it's a son.
Like they're
I
the
guess
sons.
she has a connection to the blind guy because
It's a
he
son,
wanted to be
Because
part
he
of the
looks too
force.
much at the sun, and that's why he's blind.
And he has two sons, and their names are Rose and Dead Asian Girl.
Why did they destroy the ship? What was the point of that? They were like, we could it's gonna be an accomplishment if we sink this, like the name of like a
Oh,
ship.
Yeah, Dreadnought.
Whoa.
because it can
Because it
destroy
would be.
that whole planet.
No. They wanted to kill.
They wanted to stop the thing going on down there where they were blowing up the planet.
Yeah,
and they
like,
blew it up anyway.
And then Princess Leia's all like, "It's not worth it, bro. Just don't do it." And Poe's
And he
like,
does it
"I
anyway.
want to blow things up."
Why are those little penguin things in this movie?
Money.
So they can sell toys. They're the new BB-8, who were the new
But they're like rats.
Jar Jar Binks, who were the new Ewoks, who were the new Ewoks.
Another character actually that we haven't talked about. Old what's his name, like DJ or something?
Oh, the
Mr.
stuttering guy?
Stutterman? Yeah.
He sucked. Well, he betrayed them just to get money because he's a sleazebag piece of crap, and he's probably gonna come back.
Or
Is
he's
that
like-
be a sleaze bag, or do you think he'll redeem
He might.
himself?
I don't care.
That'd be stupid if he didn't come back.
Let's talk about the girls with the purple hair.
What about
already
her?
done
She's
that.
not a character, dude.
What she does is she takes over for Leia, and then gets mad at Poe. Then Poe gets mad at her. Then they pull a gun on her, but then she pulls a gun on them, and then they're all friends again.
Like
and
the
then she
whole
dies.
thing could have been solved. The whole situation
It could have
been
just
solved.
not happened.
If you,
Yeah, why didn't she just say
Yeah.
that they had a plan? She was like, oh, we don't have a plan.
Yeah, that's what they were
because she
complaining
hid
about.
the plan.
Yeah.
That's the whole entire reason
'Cause
that
she-
Finn had to escape. They talked to Poe, and the whole reason they set up, and that's the whole reason they got the hacker guy.
She's the
I
real
think- I
Sith.
think
What if
Poe-
she's the leader of the First Order?
I think
Maybe she's
that's
Jar
what I
Jar
thought.
Binks.
That-
You
wait,
thought it was
that-
gonna be a.
I thought she was because like when he finds out her plan was just to like fuel the escape pods and like go to that planet. I thought he just found out like, wait, you're sending the you're doing something that affects us and helps the First Order. You're part of the First Order. You're trying to kill us, but no, she's just doing a normal, sensible
Would it
plan.
be rude if we had subtitles?
I don't care.
The Force Order?
First Order. Dub him in Chinese and then sub him.
I don't mind.
We translate the laughing in Chinese.
Laughing in Russian. Da 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 da.
Actually, speaking of plot twists, there were a few in this.
There were too many.
But the thing about these plot twists is they weren't plot
No,
twists,
I
they
will
were
not let you in.
plot twists.
So, well,
Okay,
like-
so for so long, oh, Rey's dad is gonna be Jar Jar Binks. Rey's dad is gonna be Admiral Akbar. Rey's dad is Rey. I like that it's a no one. I like that it's not everyone is connected.
I think it's better that they just like leave it with her just having no parents. I think that
She just exists. She's like Anakin,
Well,
but
like,
without a mom.
She's got all the what is it called?
Midichlorian.
Metacalories.
They got the metachlorians, bro.
Ryan Johnson, who directed the film,
Too many midichlorians.
someone on Twitter a while back tweeted at him some interview that they were doing with Kathleen Kennedy around the time of Force Awakens being released, right? When JJ is writing Force Awakens, does he also have a treatment for like what's gonna happen in the rest of the trilogy? And so this guy tweets it at Ryan Johnson. He's like, "Hey, is this what is this what JJ wrote, or are you making it up?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, they had no idea what was gonna happen. This is all stuff that I wrote." But that means that JJ maybe even had like his own interpretation of who Rey's parents were gonna be. Right, comes along and is like, Snoke's gonna die, Rey has no parents,
wait.
Luke dies but Leia lives, and also there's a casino world. What if instead of Pink Lady, Leia's the one that drove the ship into the other ship? Instead of...
I would have loved that.
So the one character out of Han, Luke, and Leia that's still alive in the universe is the only one of them that's dead. How do you write your way out of that, Ari?
I don't know.
Yeah, Ari.
If I can read you the movie, I do that with no
No, they're gonna make her into a
floating
puppet
with
like
Star
Yoda.
Wars, Star Boy, whatever. Leia sacrifices herself.
Star Wars.
Luke doesn't disappear randomly. Well, it makes sense with the rest of the trilogy, but whatever. Was it a non-trilogy?
That's what I don't like.
Oh.
It's not trilogy.
And then you get rid of the entire casino planet. Crap.
Did you hear what he just said?
No, stop it. Not right now. We don't have enough battery.
No! Adam Sandler.
Snoke and Jar Jar Binks are both Adam Sandler.
Oh,
at the same time.
There's a lot of plot holes going on here, so what I came up with
What are
is
the
it's
plot
just going to be
holes?
us listing the plot holes over and over.
What
Me
are
and
the-
Wes had like an hour-long conversation about just plot holes after
Okay, what are the
watching
plot
this.
holes?
If
You know
Lucy
those
goes when-
weird videos where it's like everything this except this, like every time
Yeah.
this it gets faster? So the entire Star Wars Last Jedi, except whenever something bullshit with the Force happens, the line from The Force Awakens is, "That's not how the Force works," plays.
Okay, so if Luke's there as a Force Ghost at the end, kind of a Force Ghost, like a Force projection, right? He shows up as to get shot at by AT-ATs. He has like a tiny lightsaber fight with Kylo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Is
how
Ky-
does that work?
No, maybe Kylo just thinks that there's a lightsaber there, and so he just
It's the
stops the
Force.
sword there. He just
So
stops
everyone
it.
else is just staring at him like, what is he doing? He's going, ah!
Yeah,
he's
but then
not there.
but then Kylo can just reach through him.
But then he goes
does reach
through
him.
him.
Yeah, he reaches through.
Even
him.
though when Kylo and Rey do the thing, they touch each other.
No,
Or,
but also but he's saying how do they have the lightsaber fight? Like, how are the lightsabers touching each other if they're
Because
not
he can
even there?
control what touch what. It's like
Also,
No, you can't.
when
because he's forcing it. It's like it's the Force explains
There's
it
no
all.
rules.
That's not how the Force works.
So, do the dead Ghost Jedis also have the Force? Does that mean that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
how
how
does-
Yoda
yeah.
can make lightning happen. Ready?
Because there's always going to
Ready?
be.
Yeah.
Is Yoda a Sith because he can use Force lightning?
he doesn't use Force lightning, he uses Force Ghost.
But how do you? But does
No,
that
he
make him a
controls-
Sith?
no,
because
he-
the only other person who can use
Oh,
Force
shit.
lightning is
He-
Darth Sidious.
well-
Confirmed. Yoda is Jar Jar Binks.
Sure, he controls
He
the
just
weather.
erected a huge
If,
like lightning
if
ball.
Geostorm, okay, he pulls a Geostorm and he controls the weather. Yoda's behind Geostorm. Yoda hacked the satellites and made the tree explode. Why does he explode the tree if Luke's gonna explode the
Because
tree anyway?
he's teaching
Because he
him a
wants to
lesson.
be cool.
Then why does Luke get mad about the exploded tree?
Because Luke wasn't gonna do it, he was gonna push out.
He was gonna pull like what he did with
Because he wanted
Ben
to-
Kenobi.
he wanted
was
to
gonna be like,
take
"Eh." No, it's
He
like-
wanted to take out the books, man. He wanted to get a bloody read, okay? Maybe if he had read a bit more, he would have read about the rules. Of
not
the
the
Force.
best,
That's not how the Force works.
not the best book page turner they
Yeah, he
were.
says Mage Turner. Oh.
No, I mean my only problem was that people laughed.
I wish I could like take Wesley to like one of the first showings, to have him sit there while everyone cheers while that happens. I can't imagine they weren't. Although like
Yeah,
Especially if you go to the premiere for Star Wars, you're clearly like a mega Star Wars
Yeah.
fan. Or in the
Mega
movie.
nut.
So either way you're gonna
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna like watch the movie and be like, well that was shit. Why'd I come to this?
No, I mean
Like,
that's
they-
why I
they
always
probably
like
select
test, that's why I
people.
test screens
Yeah.
always have really good ratings.
Yeah.
we are really good at transitions.
How did that happen? Wes, are you a tomato?
Where are my pants?
Welcome. We had to change locations because of reasons. Are you ready? Because we're talking about things we liked about the new Star Wars movie.
Cinematography.
Yes,
That was great. That
I
was
love
one of the better
that.
things.
I love when Purple Hair Lady crashes into Snoke's ship with light speed.
That was pretty good.
That was the best shot I've ever seen.
So what happens is, I'm gonna lay down how it goes, if you haven't seen it. So, little girl, she goes to sacrifice herself, and it's super loud, and everyone goes like, "Oh, but don't do it!" And then she blasts through, and it goes, "Wah!" And then it just becomes silent right
And
when
then,
she
like-
hits it.
Yeah.
And then it's like completely silent, and you see like the wreckage, and like, oh, just so dang cool.
Future
And, yeah.
Nick, put up a photo of that.
Future Nick, make your own photo in Minecraft and then put that up.
I'll get
Future
Jack off.
Nick, play Roblox just for
Just
hours.
play it.
Not
And
even
then-
an excuse, just play it.
Yeah,
Nick,
honestly.
make a let's play on Pwn Roblox.
I liked Rey and Luke's relationship a lot.
I like Ray's and
Kylo's
Kylo's
relationship.
guys-
That was good.
Will they, won't they?
Will she ever touch his pecs?
He had great.
Oh, I like those pecs. Those were pretty good.
Can we talk about? Did you guys expect? Luke?
We were a bunch of boys together in a bed talking about pecs.
Yeah.
Can we talk about? Did you guys expect Luke to sound like that? Because
Yeah,
I expect him to sound like old, like.
It was just Mark Hamill.
That's just his voice.
Yeah, but he.
Did you expect Carrie Fisher to sound like that?
No.
Oh,
The rebellion needs to keep on going. Can we just really quickly talk? Okay, alright, you weren't there, but Wes was here for this. So, credits roll, or like the beginning of the credits, right? And then, in memory of Carrie Fisher, and Lucan goes,
Because I was remembering the little.
it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Can we talk about, alright, we're gonna talk about the greatest moment in the whole film.
Alright, I'll do the honors. So, Leia and his convoy,
Leia and his convoy.
they're basically screwed. So then the First Order strikes the cabinet of Leia's ship and kills Leia. So she's in space, dead. But she magically, in the cold of space, uses the Force to fly back to the ship in the greatest moment in all of cinematography history.
Was that a word? I've never laughed harder at anything in a movie in a theater. I don't think it was supposed to be funny. But what I thought is when the ship explodes, right? I'm like, oh, that's them getting rid of Carrie Fisher, right? They didn't film a death for her character and that's how they're gonna get rid of her. But no, she starts to Astro Boy her way through the sky. And I'm like, not only did someone write this in a script, but someone else approved this and then filmed it.
No, not someone else approved this. 51% at least of the people approved this.
Do you know what I think?
God.
I think
She approved that.
I think real life Leia died, but CGI Leia came back to life, and for the rest of the movies, it's not going to be real Leia, it's going to be CGI Leia. Because CGI Leia still has 10 years in a Disney contract.
Oh, of course.
I like how it's a Disney contract and not a Star Wars contract. Like, no, you have to be in Disney movies. Like Lion King shows up.
when Mufasa's up
Mickey
in the
Mouse
sky
and
and
friends.
the stars, you see Leia go flying by.
I was like, in that pose.
It was like the dumbest pose too. She was like going, ooh.
Like, as if she was going through air, her like robe was like flailing behind her.
Yeah, I know, because that's how space works.
That's not how the Force works.
Okay, final scores. We're gonna go this way, and I'm gonna say Stevens as well. So Ari, go ahead. Give up a little summary of your thoughts.
Can I just give a rating though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd say I'd give it an all-white remake of The Color Purple.
I'd give it a Schindler's List out of all Nicolas Cage movies. A very much more inferior version of an already bad film.
I like it a little bit more than an all-white remake of The Color Purple. I'm gonna change mine to Schindler's Pissed.
No, I just said Schindler's Fist.
You said Schindler's Fist.
No, I said Schindler's Fist.
Oh, I'm going to Schindler's Fist.
Okay, there we go.
I think I'll give it a swastically, or perhaps I'm going with dandruff.
Okay.
Dandruff.
Oh, a documentary of dandruff written by M. Night Shyamalan.
What are you guys rating it on?
Do it, Lucan.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10.
Wesley
Okay.
Wesley
But
will
it's your
remember
favorite
this.
Star Wars.
It's my favorite Star Wars.
Okay.
But it gets a 4 out of 10, because every other Star Wars has gone a 2 or a 1.
Oh.
Out of
and
4.
Steven gives it an 8.5 out of 10.
That's
Okay.
bullshit.
That's all we have time for today on PWN. It was an alright episode, maybe. We'll see.
An all-right episode or an all-white episode of The Color Purple.
Lucan is now leaving, I guess. If you like the video, go ahead and comment, subscribe, or like,
Put on your watch later
You
list.
are all the worst YouTube channel in the ever of the world.
Thank goodness he's gone. I don't like him anymore. Go to Febreze.com, username, password. Go to audible.com/pwn for
Go to
nothing.
MacLeod, go to Sausage Shrimp, go
Harry's.
to Harry Potter,
Follow our Instagram. We have one.
follow
Follow
our Twitter,
our-
we have one.
We do.
Follow our wiki page, we have
We
7.
definitely have them. And we're good, right?
Lucan, any sponsors you want to throw in?
No. I'm not a sellout.
Everyone duck down, because we got a favorite comment this week. It's right up there.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do. It's
it was
all
behind
that's a
us the
beautiful-
whole
that's a beautiful
time.
comment.
There it is. It's up there.
Right there.
And also, there's our web zone.
It's like-
Ready, boys?
Oh!
Oh no!
Okay, bye guys.
Alright, have a good one.
Action.
I'm used to a certain way of detectivating.
Help me, Joby Flan Cannoli. You are my only hope. In fact, you are... Oh, no! You